Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling two often confused terms in multifamily real estate: physical occupancy and economic occupancy. Understanding the difference between these is absolutely critical because a high physical occupancy alone might not tell the full story of a property's health or stabilization. Let's break it down. First, let's define physical occupancy. This one's pretty straightforward. Physical occupancy simply measures the number of units that are physically occupied by a tenant with a lease in place compared to the total number of units available at the property. So, if you have a 100-unit building and 95 of those units have tenants living in them, your physical occupancy is 95%. It's a great surface level indicator of demand and how full your building looks. Now, let's move to economic occupancy. This is where things get a bit more nuanced. Economic occupancy, on the other hand, measures the actual rent collected compared to the maximum potential rent the property could generate if every unit was occupied at market rate and all rents were paid on time with no concessions or bad debt. It's a more holistic financial metric because it accounts for several factors: vacancies, units that aren't leased, concessions, things like 1 month free rent, delinquencies, bad debt, rent that was due but never collected, downtime, the period a unit is vacant between tenants for turnover, below market rents, units leased at rates lower than current market value. So, why is understanding this distinction so important, and how does it affect the collected amount? Let's say you have a property with 95% physical occupancy. On the surface, that sounds great. It looks like a high-performing asset. However, if you dig into the economic occupancy, you might find it's only 80%. Why the big gap? Maybe you gave out 2 months of free rent to fill those units quickly. Perhaps some tenants are consistently late with rent, or some rent is simply uncollectible. Or maybe many of those physically occupied units are on older leases at significantly below market rates, and you haven't had the chance to bring them up to current market value yet. All of these factors reduce the actual cash hitting your bank account, even if the building looks full. This directly impacts your net operating income, NOI, and consequently your property's valuation and cash flow. This leads to our next point: why a high physical occupancy isn't always a good indicator of a stabilized deal. A property might hit 95% physical occupancy very quickly if an operator offers heavy concessions or leases units at significantly reduced rates. While it looks full, the property isn't generating its full potential income. For a deal to be truly stabilized, you want to see both high physical and high economic occupancy. This indicates that the property is not only full, but also collecting rents at or near market rates with minimal issues like bad debt or excessive concessions. It means the income is consistent and optimized. As investors, whether you're an operator or a limited partner, always look beyond just the physical occupancy. Dive into the economic occupancy to understand the property's true financial health and its ability to generate sustainable, optimized income. And that's the crucial difference between physical and economic occupancy. I hope this helps you evaluate your multifamily deals more effectively. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more real estate insights, and let me know your thoughts in the comments below. See you next time.